Today we're in Alnwick, Northumberland, and we are going to go on a tasting tour all day long. Let's eat.
We're Chad and Lisa. We travel and we eat. We share our tasting experiences with you. One bite, one sip, one story at a time.
For our first stop on Tasting Way through Alnwick, we're at the Alno Lounge, and I'm starting off with a dirty chai latte. For the main for breakfast, I got the lounge breakfast, and that consists of, according to the menu, smoked back bacon, Cumberland sausage, hash browns, baked beans, roasted tomato, flat mushrooms, fried egg, and toast. I chose sourdough. And it looks very traditional. Let's start with, gosh, where do you start? Well, bacon was first on the list, so I'm going to start with a little bit of back bacon. It's a little crispy on the edge, which is cool. A little chewy in the middle. In the States, we eat bacon, and it's basically streaky bacon, what they call here. But I love back bacon because it's usually a heavier cut of meat, and I think that would be like Canadian bacon. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. The hash brown is potato, which are lightly cooked, so it's still a little chewy. The Cumberland sausage. It's a good sausage. It's got a good flavor to it. We'll try the flat mushroom. It's basically like a mushroom cap served upside down. A little bit of the tomato, which is cooked more than the mushroom. Some beans. Just breaking it all apart, a little piece at a time. Beans are always a tomatoey sort of thing around here. And then we'll just take a little piece of this. Yes. We'll take a little piece of the sourdough. If the choices were white or sourdough, sourdough would be the first choice every time because it has more robust flavor. It gets crispier because there's more air usually in the bread. Now let's put it all together. I'm not a big fan of mushrooms, and that's just been me growing up. But it's a very intrinsic piece of the meal, which I respect and will enjoy. That is it. Finished breakfast completed, and it is hearty, and I'm looking forward to an entire day of doing activities and burning all this off. Our next stop is going to be coffee related. We've reached midday, and though we had a really big, substantial breakfast, we decided to stop for coffee at Northern Angels Coffee House and Concept Store. We have a fruit scone along with some strawberry jam and an Americano. Let's try. Just put a little jam on there. That bite-sized snack will get us all the way through to the next coffee this afternoon. All right, for our afternoon tea, we're not really having tea today. We are at the Station Buffet at Barter Books. This is our favorite bookstore in the world. There are so many wonderful used books here to find, but we're here specifically for the food. Rather than tea, I went ahead and got myself some Dandelion and Burdock fermented beverage from Fentimans, and specifically a shortbread. And this is a border areas specialty around here. Is the recipe from this area. Let's start with the shortbread. Crispy. That's perfect. Very buttery, very appropriately shortbread. Burdock is not a flavor that we usually have in the States, so it's actually, the Dandelion and Burdock have a very different flavor, and I like it. I think it pairs well with the shortbread. This is our afternoon tea without tea until dinner time, which is coming up next. For dinner, we're at the Plough. We're gonna try to get all 3 courses in there, a starter, a main, and a dessert, but these types of videos, we eat a lot of food a day, and we're gonna see what we can fit in tonight as we finish out our taste of Alnwick. For our starter today, we have pork and chicken pâté, red onion chutney, and crostinis. Let's give it a shot. A little bit of pâté, a little bit of chutney. The chutney really dominated that entire bite. Just to try it out without, I'm gonna try the pâté straight up because I didn't know, I couldn't differentiate the flavor of the pâté with that chutney. The chutney is lovely, really it is. Pâté is not a very strong flavor. The chutney really brings a lot of zest, a flavor, a strong fruity presence to the flavor. Even though it's onions, it's got a bit of sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. It's maybe one of those situations where I eat it all instead of letting Lisa try it. We got the rump of lamb. It's buried back here, but we'll get around to that. It came with onion rings and chips, peas, a tomato, sorry, pronunciation, and some mushrooms. I feel like I need to go right to the lamb because this is going to be the star of the show. We ordered the lamb medium rare, so it's going to have the most flavor available to it. It's tender and moist. Got a lot of really good flavor, and they've seasoned it. So it has a little bit of what the seasoning is besides salt, but it smells lovely. Try everything else. Do a little bit of mushroom. Seasoned in the same nature as the lamb. Everything else will be pretty pedestrian, but let's give it a shot. Potatoes. Okay. The onion rings are beer battered. It's very crisp and light. Almost like it was beer battered here. Can't say for certain, but commercial beer battering, there's a lot thicker coat on it. And this breaks really easy. A little bit of tomato. Now they've kind of split it here on the top. Let's see what we can do. It's a very flavorful tomato. Not as much as a flat, like a beef steak, what we would have in the States. The larger breed tomatoes is smaller and it has a good flavor, and there's a lot of seasoning on it as well. But it has a good amount of meat inside the tomato, and a good amount of resistance, even though it's been cooked. Definitely a good bunch of pieces. It's time to eat. For dessert, we have the apple and raspberry crumble, and we kept the custard on the side. I'm gonna try the crumble straight up all by itself. There's a lot of raspberry in that. Oh, and you can smell it too. The raspberry plays heavy on that. Apple's probably just there for the ride, because raspberry has that tang to it. I like the crumble on it. Let's take a little bit of custard on this one. That tames down the raspberry, the tartness in the raspberry, but it's lovely. This is a good finish to the meal. It's fruity. It gives it a good solid finish opposite the seasoning in the main. And I think this is a good finish for the day. We conquered or experienced Alnwick.